As you know, my DMs on X are open, and I got this DM the other day. 𝗙𝗏, sorry me again. There's no need to be sorry. Have you previously done a show on how to save custody crypto assets? I've bought a few on spot, on Bybit, 𝗕𝗟𝗣𝗙𝗙𝗦𝗙, 𝗙𝗟𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙, to name a few, but not sure how to transfer it to hot wallets or which wallets to use. Please help. Well, I'm here to help you. And in this show, I'm gonna give you everything you need to know about self-custody, why it's important, what wallets to use, difference between hot wallets and cold wallets, and much more, so stick around. There's a billion ways to make money in crypto, and I'm on a mission to find them all. My name is 𝗙𝗏, and if I find anything, I share it with you. So if I make money, you can make money too. And what the best way to make money is to not lose money. Not losing money requires you to keep your assets safe. Not only not to buy into the shittiest meme blindly, but also secure your current assets, your Bitcoins, your Solanas, your Ethereums. Of the whole show is you can buy Bitcoin and other cryptos on centralized exchanges. For example, on Bybit or Bluefin, there is a link to both exchanges and all our exchange partners down in the description. But when you buy your Bitcoin, you're still holding it on a centralized exchange. And that basically means that you don't really self-custody, which would mean that you can keep all your crypto for yourself. You see, the difference between banking and crypto is that while in banking, you can't really keep your own money on you or at home, or if you want to do it, you have to use cash, which, you know, if you have a lot of money, you'll have to bury that cash and handle that cash. And if there is a fire, your cash is gone. So it's just a pain in the ass. Therefore, you use the bank. But if the bank goes under or the bank limits you how much money you can, withdraw, then you're screwed. On the other hand, if you use crypto, this is not the case. You can keep your digital cash, whether that's USDC, USDT, or any other stable coin, or crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and you can keep it in something called a wallet. Now, the best thing about the wallet is that while a centralized exchange is centralized and owned by a company, a wallet is, although a wallet, centralized wallet with a company that is developing that wallet, the crypto that you keep in that wallet is actually only yours and only you have access to it, even if the wallet provider goes bankrupt. Now, this is the beauty of blockchain. I don't want to deep dive into the technical details, but you can keep your coins on chain and you don't have to trust anyone. This is where the phrase comes from. Not your keys, not your coins. So for that, you will need a wallet. Now, what wallets to use? There are two types of wallets. There are hot wallets and there are cold wallets. Hot wallets are wallets that are constantly connected to the internet. We're talking about MetaMask, we're talking about Phantom, we're talking about Trust Wallet, or any other wallets that you might be using on different chains to keep different coins. I made a video on how to become a DeFi expert, how to do staking, and much more. It's up here, and I explain all the wallets that you might want to use. So these are the hot wallets. You basically can have a phone application, or you can use it as a browser extension on Chrome. You open these wallets, you will get something called a seed phrase. Now, these are 12 to 24 words in a specific order that you will need to keep in order to get access to your wallet. The only way you can lose your crypto is if you lose these seed phrases or someone else who wants to steal your crypto gets access to these 12 to 24 words. Now, again, I don't want to bore you with all the technicals, but imagine it like this. Now, imagine it this way. You have a room full of cash, and that room has unlimited doors to access that room. The best part is that you have to have one key, and that one key opens all the doors to access to your own cash. Now, imagine this. All these doors are maintained by different companies. So, for example, there is one door is maintained by company A and one door is maintained by company B. These companies do not have access to your key and they cannot get access to the room either, but they are responsible for the door to work. The door has to be oiled and has to be cleaned, and there should not be any barrier that blocks you from opening the door and whatnot. If one of these companies go bankrupt and your door starts looking bad or it becomes unusable, you're not going to be able to access the room through that door. But you have your key and you can just go onto any other door to access the cash. Now, why am I explaining this to you? Because the door that you have is the wallets. You can use a Phantom wallet, you can use MetaMask, you can use Trust Wallet, you can use any different wallets that represent the different doors and access to the room, which is your cash, your wallet. Now, the key is your seed phrase, these 12 to 24 words. It doesn't really matter if Phantom goes bankrupt because you still have your seed phrases that will allow you to open Trust Wallet or MetaMask and still get access to your coins. Now, rounding everything up, whenever you open a wallet, you will get a seed phrase that you need to keep. I would personally recommend you keep it offline, so it's not accessible by anyone, and keep it on different locations. So some people say that I'm gonna put it in my safe at home, right? But if your home burns down, I hope not, but if it happens, you will lose access to all your crypto. So you want to keep one at a bank safe, one at someone else's place or whatnot, but make sure that you don't keep your seed phrases at one place only. And also, it should not be accessible by anyone else than you. And the other type of wallet is cold wallets. Now, the difference between cold wallets and hot wallets is while hot wallets are online all the time and connected to the internet through your phone or your browser extension, cold wallets are not connected to the internet, and these are physical devices. Now, the reason why we use cold wallets is because these wallets are very difficult to hack. Since these are not connected to the internet at all times, only connected when you need it, it's very difficult to get access to it and eventually just transfer the funds out. Now, the way to secure your crypto and actually be your own custodian is to use a cold wallet, in my opinion. This is not the funds that you trade with and you buy Solana and you buy meme coins and whatever. This is the funds that you have, you invest for long term, for disable, for years to come and whatever that is, that you don't use every single day, but you still want to know it's safe. Now, there's a company out there called Ledger. They, in my humble opinion, produce the best cold wallets out there. We partnered up with them for this video. They were kind enough to send us a branded Ledger, which is pretty amazing. Basically, these are the devices that you get. I've been with Ledger from the very beginning. I have all the Ledger devices. This is the Ledger X, a smaller version. This is the Ledger Stax, the newest version. But in general, what you have to know is that you should have one of these devices. Now, there are other manufacturers out there as well. You make your choice. Throughout my experience since 2016, I can tell you I've been with Ledger from the very beginning, and I'm going to continue using them because of the interface, because of the product, because of everything they do. It's pretty cool. Of course, if you want one of these devices, there is a link in the description. I appreciate if you use our link, but I do recommend you please get yourself a cold wallet. Now, once you got yourself a cold wallet, really the question is, how do I really use it? Well, this is also one of the reasons why I love Ledger, is because when you get one of these devices, whether you get the smallest one or the biggest one, it literally guides you through step by step on how you have to set it up. The only thing you have to do, even if you're a complete beginner, is just to read what it says on the screen and follow the instructions. It comes in a neat box like this that has all the instructions on what you need to set it up. So I'm not going to talk about how you can set up a cold wallet, but I want to help you how you can transfer your money out of an exchange onto a cold wallet. Now you know that I actually love Ledger, so I am going to use the Ledger Stax to show you how it works. As you see, this thing does not have any connection to the internet. The way it becomes connected to the internet, and then you will be able to make transactions, is that you have to connect it through your computer. Now, if you use the Ledger Stax or you use the Ledger X, it does have Bluetooth as well, so you don't have to connect it necessarily. You can connect it through Bluetooth to your computer or to your phone. Now, throughout the setup, you will be prompted to install an application, whether on your phone or on desktop, that you will need to use in order to be able to self-custody. And once I connected, it will prompt me to put my PIN number in. This is a number that you generate in the setup. Once I put my PIN in, it will show me what coins or what accounts do I have on here. Let's jump into the application and I'm going to show you how it works. It's very important to note that all cold storage works basically the same way. You have to have an application on your desktop, and you have to have a physical device, and connecting the two, you will be able to access your wallets. Again, as I said, I like the Ledger interface. I will show you on Ledger's Ledger Live. This is the name of the application, but if you use any other application, it will work very similarly. Maybe the user interface will be different. So when you set up the device and when you connected everything, you will land on this page. What you want to do is that you want to add an account. You'll have to search for what coin you want to send in here. You'll have to pick what coins you want. If you use the Ledger Stax, it has like 5,000 tokens and NFTs and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. But even the Ledger X has a bunch of token availability. You can click on, for example, Bitcoin, then you can click on continue. It will ask me to unlock my device. Obviously, for security reasons, it automatically locks, which I actually like. And when I unlock my device, I go retry, open the Bitcoin app. Again, it prompts me to open the Bitcoin app. When I click open, and you see this is how the physical device works with the software on my computer. Now, this becomes interesting because I can use different ledgers. Let's say I have one computer and I have 3 ledgers because I manage my mom's investments, my dad's investment, whatever that is. I can name this ledger and this account as I want. You will be able to open different Bitcoins, so several Bitcoin accounts on one ledger as well. Let's say you don't want anybody to know your address that you actually keep all your funds at, so you can just open another address to receive your tokens. So the way I would do is that I would name this Ledger Stax, and then I would just say 𝗙𝗏. And if I have another account here, I can just name it Ledger Stax and say open wallet. When you have that, you can just click on add account and the account is added successfully. This means that you have opened a wallet on your ledger, on your cold wallet. Now again, if you want to add more, you can do that. You can just go into accounts, you can just click on add account, and I can add anything I really want. Let's say I want Solana, I can write in Solana, I can click on there, I can click continue. It will prompt me to add the Solana wallet. I'll allow. It will show you installing app. Once that's done, it will simply prompt me to open the Solana application. I open it, and then I can do the same thing. I can just rename this Ledger Stax 𝗙𝗏 and go add account and account edit. Now, once I've done that, the question really is, how do I transfer my funds? And the way to do that is that I can just click on, if I go into accounts, I can just click on here and I can go receive. I have my account here, so I can go continue. It will prompt me to open the Bitcoin app. Once that's done, it will show me the address here, and for security purposes I can copy this, but for security purposes it will also prompt me on the physical device to verify the address. I can just click on next, I can just verify the address, I confirm it, address verified, and that's basically the address that I have copied that I have to send my Bitcoin to. So now that I copied my Bitcoin address, the question is, how do I really take my money from an exchange and send it to my ledger? And I'll show you how to do that. So if you go onto your exchange account, I use 𝗏𝗏𝗠. As you see here, I think you have to experiment with exchanges, but I do love 𝗏𝗏𝗠, and I bought $100 worth of Bitcoin here. I'm going to show you how to withdraw your money from there. So you're probably going to go into your assets, you're going to go into funding wallet, spot wallet, overview, whatever wallet you are using, and then you can just click on withdraw. And when you click on there, it will ask you what coin you want to withdraw. So you have to pick the coin that you want to withdraw. In this case, we copied the Bitcoin address, and then it will say enter withdrawal address. That's where I'm gonna paste the address in that I copied from the Ledger Live interface. Then I select network, Bitcoin main network, I'll go max, and I'll click on withdraw. Continue, email verification. And once you've done that, you will see that the status of your withdrawal will be reviewing, and then it will be success. And then once that's done, you will be able to see it show up on their accounts and on their portfolio. And as you see, it showed up here. We had some network fees, and Bitcoin is dropping at the same time while we are recording. So this is why we only received $86 instead of the 100, but then you will just see it up here. The cool stuff is that you can see a yearly, a monthly, a weekly showcasing of your portfolio, performance of your portfolio. And if you go down here, you will see what your allocation is like, if you're going to have other coins as well. If you go back onto accounts, you will see all the coins and all the accounts that you have. You will be able to store it, you will be able to delete it, you will be able to add new accounts and manage your accounts here. Another cool stuff that I like about Ledger is that you can do a bunch of things here. So you will see you have an Earth tab where you can actually stake within Ledger, so you can stake the coins that you have on your cold storage. You can buy and sell within Ledger, although I would not necessarily recommend that, only recommend it if you have to do it. You can swap, you can refer a friend and get a 10% referral bonus. You can use a card, and that means that they have a third party who issues cards, and you are basically able to spend from your Ledger directly, which is pretty awesome as well. Like, imagine that, like, when I first bought my first Ledger, this was not possible. Like, it's a cold storage that you will be able to use now to spend your crypto, which is pretty cool. They have something called the Ledger Recovery, which I personally do not recommend you do. Technically, they say that they are not able to access your seed phrases. What basically this does is that it keeps your seed phrases instead of you. I would not do this. I think you are self-custodying for a reason. I'd rather make sure to keep my 12-24 words safe, and then I don't need to use this service. This is just my thoughts, personal opinion. You do what you want to do, but I think if you're self-custodying and you get to the point where you want to self-custody, I think it's just better if you keep your seed phrases for yourself. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this show, please let me know in the comment section. If you've got any questions, please also let me know. I'm going to be answering the questions for the next 24-48 hours. If for some reason your question is not answered, you can always come to my X account, tag me in a post, send me a DM. I read every single DM I get. I interact with you, so it's also worth following there. There is a link in the description to my X account. Please make sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button on the way out, and come back for the next one. And I believe I will see you in the next one. Take care.